Hello, everyone. My name is Marcio, and this is another episode of AI in real estate. Here is where I share practical examples where you can better manage your portfolio to focus on what matters, returns, and improving efficiency. So let's dive in. And whether you are a portfolio manager, an asset manager, or a property manager, you probably need to go through the forecasting exercise at least a couple of times during the year. And this is really important because you need to show to your senior management and your investors how your assets are going to behave in the future. And for this, you need to download multiple files from multiple different sources, including Argus, your PMS, your accounting books, etc. You got to download actuals, budgets, and also provide assumptions to do the forecasting. And today, that's what I'm going to show you. You can get all those files, and with a single prompt, you can upload at your AI, selected AI, and get a clean output according to your needs. So let's see it. So today I'll start by showing the output, what Leni produced, and then I'll explain how we got there later. So let me share my screen here. So Leni got me a fully functioning formulaic model where I had inputs with best modeling practice, like blue and yellow for main inputs, and then cash flows for each of my property. Remember, we're talking about a six properties portfolio, six industrial properties portfolio, and summarize all the findings and all the data from 9 different files into just one cash flow. And then I had a formulaic cash flow for uh, for each of my properties, as you can see here, with all the assumptions. And again, what I like is that it brings in green, again, according to best modeling practice, the inputs from other tabs, direct inputs from other tabs. And then you have property B, C, D, E, F, and then the whole portfolio in just one place. A 5-year forecast, 60 months. In just a couple of minutes, I got through Leni. And I will show you how I got to this. So for this, I have already created a prompt, which I'm copying and pasting here. And here's what it says. Create a 5-year monthly cash flow forecast for my industrial portfolio with 6 properties. As inputs, I'm attaching the income statement for each property, rent schedule for the portfolio, debt schedule, and CapEx schedule. I need to forecast the tenant rollover, forecast CapEx, forecast cash flow available for distributions after reserves, model debt replacement scenarios, and I have a special situation with one tenant. In addition, I want you to consider the following assumptions: market rent growth of 3%, downtime of 6 months, renewal probabilities of 75%, TI of $15 per square foot, leasing commissions of 6% for new lease and 3% on renewals, and a CapEx schedule from the file attached. As an output, I want an Excel file, so create one tab for assumptions, one tab with the monthly CF for each property that also has a table with the assumptions being used, and one that consolidates all the cash flows. Also, this model should be formulaic whenever possible with hard-coded cells only when necessary. So let me bring the files here. So I have 9 files that I'm bringing here. Okay. And here's the list of files. So let's click on the debt portfolio. We have different cash flows for all the 6 properties. As an income statement example, here's a typical file we can get from Argus or similar, platforms with the actuals from like the last year. This is the rent schedule for the portfolio. You see for each of the properties, how it looks like, the CapEx schedule as well. So you see for each of the properties, different formats, different columns, not as structured in the same way as the other files. All right, and let's see Leni's responses. Has some estimate to complete the task. Pretty reasonable given the whole amount of information we are providing. Let's see. Oh, there you go. Let's see. So it gave me a 5-year monthly industrial portfolio cash flow forecast. But before downloading the file, what is included? The assumptions tab, 6 property tabs, portfolio consolidation tab, and a special analysis tab for property D. There's a tenant rollover forecasting. Okay, CapEx, cash flow available. All right, notable outputs. It's formula driven. That's good. Includes rollover driven cash flow impacts, debt finance framework, and for property D, the model includes a blended and extended rent analysis. Okay. Uh, and how he got the answer. So let's see the file. Okay. All right, here's the model. I already like it because it has best modeling practice. Okay, inputs in blue, some important inputs also highlighted in yellow. Okay, property summary, existing debt summary, good, and CapEx assumptions. Okay, good. And some market data sources, also good. So for property A, okay, these are the assumptions, all formulas. Let's see. Yeah, all formulaic. Good, like let's say renewal probability. All right. It's actually picking up all the assumptions and formulas. Property B, okay. Property C, and let's actually it's kind of locked. So okay, now we unfroze panels. Okay, now with all the math here. Good, good. You see all the cash flow, including debt, CapEx, operating expenses, key metrics, the SCR, rent per square foot, and the model summary. Okay, property A, then you have property B, C, property D, E, F, and then the whole portfolio. I love this one because look at this, like it's getting again best modeling practice with green that comes from other tabs, which is exactly how I used to model. Without that, some portfolio metrics and the summary. So we got a fully functioning portfolio model. Quite interesting.